What's up, Falcons?
I'm your host, Amber Romero.
And I'm your co-host, Lizette Velasquez.
This week's theme is all about superheroes, so let's get into this week's broadcast.
What's up, Fairgrove Falcons? This week is all about superheroes, and we have a really cool hero game for you guys. So if you want to see it, then stay tuned to my show.
What's up, Fairgrove Falcons? It's your boy Josh Lopez, your host for Skateboard Trick of the Week. It's Superhero Week, and we're teaching you guys how to kickflip, so skip to my show to find out.
Welcome back, Falcons. I'm your host for Weekly Weather, so skip to our show to find out what this week's weather is.
Want to find out the new languages for this week? We'll skip on over to my show to find out.
Who would win in a race? Ford Mustang or Toyota Tundra? Into my show to find out.
Hey, what's up, Fairgrove? I'm your host, Tyler White. Skip over to our show to find out this week's question.
What's up, Fairgrove? My name is Jeffrey Angulo, your host for Song of the Week. So skip on over to my show to find out what the Song of the Week is.
What's up, Falcons?
I'm your host, Amber Romero.
And I'm your co-host, Lizette Velasquez.
This week's theme is all about superheroes, so let's get into this week's broadcast.
This week's word of the day is super, and the number of the day is 4.
We chose the word super because you should always do super good in class. We also chose the number 4 because Mr. D's favorite superhero is from the Fantastic Four.
Amber, you know I'm a superhero, right?
No, I didn't know. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I have many superpowers.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Lizette, whatever you say. Anyways, let's head over to different ways to say with your host, Bertie Loran.
Welcome back, Falcons, to Different Ways to Say. I'm your host, Bertie Duran. This week we will be teaching you how to speak Portuguese and Japanese. Since this week's theme is superheroes, today's sentence will be, not all superheroes wear capes. The first language up is Portuguese, but first I'm going to try to say it. Nem todos os superheroes usam capas.
Nem todos os super-heróis usam capas.
This language up is Japanese. Subete no superhero go Misaki o Kiru wake de wa nai.
スーパーヒーローが帽子をかぶっているわけではない。
Today, folks, let us know what are your top 4 favorite superhero movies. Now back to the studio with your hosts, Amber and Lizette.
Do you know what video game Anthony is going to be talking about this week?
No, but it might be about superheroes.
Maybe. Anyways, you should go check out Game Alert to see what games you're going to be talking about with your host, Anthony Navarro.
Hey, Fairgrove Falcons, I'm Anthony Navarro, your host for Game Alert. Today we got a very super
I don't care that you broke your elbow.
game for you guys. This game is very popular, and even though it's already been released, it's still a very good game. And that game is Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard the story of Spider-Man, but if you haven't, then here's what happened. Peter Parker was a normal guy until his class went on a field trip to a museum studying spiders, and an unstable spider bit him, giving him his amazing powers. In Spider-Man, you can explore the city of New York and take out villains one by one. In Spider-Man, there are more than 4 main bosses that you must defeat in order to progress your story. The new Spider-Man is available for PS4, so sorry to all you Xbox players out there. Now here's a trailer for the Spider-Man.
Peter, it's time to get up.
see self-doubt as an invitation to be greater. This is your opportunity to prove it.
Rated T for teen.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that trailer. Also, Falcons, before we leave, we want to tell you to finish all your homework before you start to play any games. Now back to the studio with Amber and the set.
Thanks, Anthony.
Have you ever tried to do a kickflip?
What is that?
It's a skateboard trick. Anyways, let's head over to Skateboard Trick of the Week with your host, Josh Lopez.
Thanks, Josh.
Window, she's screaming, I body slam on the cement until the concrete gave and created a sinkhole. Bury this thing.
What's up, Falcons? It's your host, Josh Lopez for Skateboard Trick of the Week. In today's show, I'll be showing you guys how to kickflip. Yo, the kickflip is actually kind of a difficult trick, but we'll get into detail in a little bit. It's Superhero Week, so I hope you wear your outfits on Wednesday. Anyways, let's get back into skating. Don't forget to wear protection. The kickflip is kind of difficult, but here's how it's done.
To do the kickflip, you need to pop with your back foot, scrape along the middle to the top left of the board, and once you create a full rotation, you need to catch and land with your back foot.
Well, that's how you do a kickflip. It may look easy, but don't get me wrong, it's a pretty difficult trick. It took me a week to master the trick. Now that we got that over with, let's get into facts about the kickflip. The trick was made by skater Kurt Lindgren, but was later populated by the one and only Rodney Mullen. Did you know there's more than 4 variations of the kickflip? Did you know the kickflip was first known as the magic flip by Rodney Mullen? That was 3 facts about the kickflip. I hope you learned a thing or two about skating. That's it for this week, Falcons. Anyways, back to the studio with Amber and Lizette.
Thanks, Josh.
Would you rather be able to fly or have superpowers?
I would rather be able to fly because it would be cool to see everything from up high. Anyways, we should go check out Would You Rather with your host, Tyler White.
Hey, what's up, Fairgrove? Welcome to This or That. Now, this week's question is about superheroes. Now, this week's question is, would you rather be in a DC movie or a Marvel movie? In DC and Marvel, they each have more than 4 supervillains. Now, let's go see what your fellow Falcons choose.
Marvel. 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 DC.
Marvel.
DC.
Marvel. Marvel.
Marvel. Marvel. Marvels. DC.
Marvel.
I'm really hoping that Mr. May will be talking about superheroes.
Yeah, me too. I want to get to know some interesting facts about them.
We should go check out Myth Busting with their host, Mr. May, to see what they'll be talking about this week.
Mr. Ring Guy said that he could beat Mr. D in a race. Let's ask Mr. May to see who would win. I'm your host, Abram Estrada, and this is Myth Busting with Mr. May. This week's question is going to be a clash of the super powers. Who would win in a race? A Ford Mustang or a Toyota Tundra?
Okay, so the question is, who would win the drag race between Mr. Ringeis's truck and Mr. Duarte's Mustang? Well, after looking at some statistics, the only one that really counts is the 0 to 60 mile per hour rating, and the truck goes at 6.5 seconds and the Mustang at 4.3. So Mr. Duarte would win handily.
Fun fact is that the Ford Mustang is a 4-cylinder EcoBoost. That's it for this week, Falcons. Now back to your hosts, Amber and Lizette.
Thanks, Mr. May.
This week's quote of the day is, there's a superhero in all of us, we just need the courage to put on the cape.
Is that a quote from Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, let's head over to Weekend Weather to find the forecast for this week.
What's up, Falcons? I'm your host for Weekly Weather. We have done 4 shows before this. I'm getting pretty good at this weather stuff. I think I should become the weather superhero. But anyways, let's hop into this week's forecast.
On Tuesday, it's going to be 20% chance for rain with a high 83 and a low 56. On Wednesday, there's going to be 70% chance for rain with a high 73 and a low 56. On Thursday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high 73 and a low 56. On Friday, it's going to be mostly clear with a high 80 and a low 56. On Saturday, it's going to be mostly clear with a high 80 and a low 56. On Sunday, it's going to be mostly clear with a high 69 and a low 56. On Monday, it's going to be mostly clear with a high 69 and low 56.
That's the forecast for this week. Now let's hop into this week's Doppler radar.
As you can see, there's going to be some moisture in the air with rain in the blue and green areas.
That's the Doppler radar for this week. That's it for this week, Falcons. Now let's head back to the studio with Amber and Lizette.
What are you reading?
I'm reading about the readathon that is being held October 1st through the 26th of this month. There's also going to be a storybook parade on the 31st, which is Halloween, of course.
What do you have to do in the readathon?
To be eligible in the readathon, you have to read 400 minutes this month, every day.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll try it.
People will give you a certain amount of money for a certain amount of minutes you read. This money will be collected and totaled into a certain amount. This amount will let you get certain prizes that are being hosted.
Let's go check out Song of the Week with your host, Zeferino Angulo.
What's up, Fairgrove? My name is Zeferino Angulo, your host for Song of the Week. And this week I'll be showing you pictures of the Renaissance Rally and be telling you this week's song. This week's song is Heroes. The song was released in 1977 by David Bowie. I chose this song because it talks about being a hero, which is one thing that everybody could be. I hope you enjoy.
Like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together. We can beat them forever